Now listen, I've got a little bit of Fiji to give,
Yes.
and then I've got a little bit to give to those couple that are going to Newcal. Not much, and then
Well, they're way at the
maybe
back
that.
of the field, so that's all right.
Mm.
I have to work out how to stop this damn computer going back onto my car.
Well, you tell me when I'm supposed to talk.
A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, Patricia and David. On well, what is actually quite a pleasant evening here. It's been a bit messy today with rain on and off, but not too bad. Pretty cold start we had, but it's not too bad now. 15 degrees. I know you'll think that's pretty chilly if you're up there in Fiji or Vanuatu. The barometer's going up though, 1025, 70% relative humidity. So 4 knots of west-southwest here. It'd be interesting to hear. Looks like most of you have got about 10 to 15, except for Margarita, who's shooting up from the Minerva Reef, and they are at 21, 27, 17933, and they've got 21 knots, give or take, of southeast wind. But the rest of you, I would imagine we're going to be listening to fairly tranquil 10 to 15. But anyway, we'll wait and see how that happens. Well, what we're going to do tonight, we'll start with the boats on passage, and then we will, well, David might make a bit of a comment as he goes, but then he'll give some weather for the longer view. And we know some of you are going to Minerva, and some of you are going straight through, and I think Gone with the Wind, who probably can't hear us at the moment, but they are going to Newcastle. Stand by one.
It might be better if I give my thing, and then when you get to the individual boats, I could fine tune it.
All right, so, well, he decided he wanted to speak first. Oh, dear. You'd think we'd organise this before we started, wouldn't you? All right, but we're not going to. We're going to wait and get the boat positions first.
See who the boss is here?
And first of all, we're going to start with Alora, Gulf Harbour.
Very safe talk, John. This is Alora, Diana, and Madison. Over.
Okay, I've got reasonable, but it's good copy, but very light. So go ahead, Diana.
Position currently is 2739 south, 17714 east, heading 359er. We've got a boat speed of 8 knots, and we're sailing with a code 0. I have a couple other things to ask as well, but I want to make sure you copy that. Over.
Yes, I have copied that, and yes, it would be good if you raise the subject of your engine. Presume you've got the couple of emails from us, but it would be interesting to raise the subject because somebody there might have some information. 2739 17714 east, course 359 and a boat speed of 8 knots with the code 0 up. What is the wind, Diana?
Let me talk. That's pretty fast.
Alora, could you give me your wind and sea conditions? Over.
That's affirmative. We've got, I copy, yes. We have a east southeast wind at 12 knots, 1-2 knots. Over.
Okay, 1-2 knots from the east southeast. Just stand by. I'll get. Have you got our emails yet? Over.
I looked, but I didn't see anything, so I will check again now. You have to tell for it. So we've been doing a lot of troubleshooting. So, yeah, just let everybody know. We've got some potential engine issues. We just had an engine shut down suddenly. I don't want to take all the next time going on and on, but maybe if anybody, I have a couple key points I'd like to ask, and then if anyone has any ideas, we can talk after the net, if that makes sense. What do you think about that? Over.
Yeah, Roger, we will do that after the net. We did send an email. We gave you a contact for a Yanmar distributor in the Gulf Harbor area. So you have a telephone number there. We tried to get a hold of them, but there was nobody there it's Sunday. So that was to be expected. But there are others, and we put some feelers out here. to some people that know what's going on. So maybe we can get something going. One question: when the engine stopped, did you note what your oil pressure was? Or maybe I'll rephrase it. Can you turn the engine over when you press the start button over?
Okay, so currently we've done troubleshooting all day, and we actually have the engine running now. We have good and slightly low oil pressure, and earlier when it did cut out suddenly, we had normal pressure. Over.
Okay. Normal pressure.
Okay. Yeah, when you mentioned that screeching noise, all I can think about was no oil, and you've seized a major problem, a seizure, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all. Okay, when the net's over, stay online, and we'll continue with your problem.
Thank you, David. Yeah, we think it might be a gearbox or maybe a transmission issue. We definitely have full, beautiful oil in there. Don't press that right away. Thank you.
Okay, and just for those who are wondering what we're talking about, Alora yesterday ran the engine, and then when they started it up this morning, there was a sort of a squeaky noise and it stopped. They've gone through all of the usual sorts of things that it could possibly be, and if there is any diesel mechanic, it is a Yanmar engine. I'll get the email that gives you this precise one later on. But if anyone can come up with some ideas when we have finished talking about boats, positions and weather and stuff, we would like to have a bit of a discussion on what the possibility could be with their engine problem. Okay, we will clear with Alora. They are certainly ripping along without the engine at the moment, 8 knots with that east-southeast 12. So they're doing rather well without the engine. Okay, I am going to now go up, starting from above them, or just below them actually. They were the leader of the bunch. We'll start with Champagne, Gulf Harbour.
Yeah, this is Champagne, and our position is 2818 south, 17546 east. We are, foot over ground is 356, and we're travelling at 6 knots in a 9-knot wind from the northeast. It is a gentle swell of about 1.5 to 2 metres over.
Oh, you sound very laid back, Martin. Champagne, 2818 south, 17546 east, course 356 at 6 knots, 9 knots from the northeast. Wow, this is interesting, isn't it? And you've got a couple of other boats not too far away, so we'll probably get much the same report. Swell, 1.5 metres. So
is that a true wind?
Whoa, David says, is that a true wind direction? Over?
Yeah, that is true wind direction. True wind direction of 55 at the moment. Over.
Okay, thank you for that.
Takes care of one model.
That takes care of one model, he said. So much for that one. So yes, interesting conditions. It'll be interesting to compare all the reports tonight with the models. It's going to be tricky. All right. Well, it sounds very pleasant on board. So I presume all is well. Over.
Yeah, all is well on Champagne. Yeah, we're all good. Over.
Oh, that's good. And greetings to all on board. Okay, we'll clear with Champagne, and not too far away from Champagne is Images in Gulf Harbour.
Yeah, hi Patricia, this is Images in. How do you copy over?
Oh, very good copy now. You're in a good spot for 8 megs. Go ahead.
Okay, position 2817 south, 17708 east. Our heading is 0 degrees true at 5-6 knots. The wind is east-northeast at maximum 10 knots. Over.
Okay, images in 2817, but a bit further east from Champagne, 17708, and steering true north, 5 to 6 knots with an east-northeast of 10 knots. Well, you'll be quite happy with that, over?
Yeah, it's quite comfortable. We'd like a bit more wind, but hopefully it fills in later in the night. Over.
Will he get it tonight?
Yeah, it'll start to pick up.
Yes, he says it will start to pick up. He'll go through the detail shortly, Matt. Over.
That's great. Thanks, Patricia. Images in, standing by.
Okay, clear with images in, and let's go to Ballina, Gulf Harbour.
Yeah, this is Belina. Good evening. How do you copy?
Oh, you've got a booming signal as usual. Benno, go ahead.
Yes, so our position is 2825 south and 17918 east. The course of our ground is 020, 20 degrees. Speed over ground is 5 knots. The wind is only 5 knots from the east-southeast. The seas are flat, less than 1 meter, and cloud cover 100%. Sometimes a little bit of drizzle, rain. On the 1023 on the bar, and all well on board. Over.
Bit of a trough, scattered trough.
Oh, yeah, David says there's a bit of a scattered sort of a trough, which is causing that little bit of
west
drizzle.
To east, all the way across.
From west to east. It's right across the ocean, actually. It starts in way over Australia, yes, and it's right across there. It's a wonder that the others haven't got it, because you're on the same latitude. 2825 south, 17918 east, getting some good easting in. 020 at 5 knots with a 5 knot east-southeast, less than 1 metre. 1023 on the bar, 100% cloud cover with the odd bit of drizzle. Actually, that's what we've had today too. It was fine this morning, and then it sort of gave us the odd bit of drizzle every time I got out of the car to do something. Okay, sounds very pleasant. Greetings to you and Marlene. Over.
Thank you very much. We have a very relaxing sailing since last midnight. Before we run one engine for 12 hours, but since midnight or a little bit before, we were able to sail again, and it's very relaxing sailing, flat seas, and we hope we can continue like that. Over.
Yeah.
It should be.
David is just making a comment here. Hang on.
You'll have a good passage for the rest of the way, I believe.
He says you'll have a good passage for the rest of the way. So, it was worthwhile waiting a couple of years for it, Benno. Okay, we'll clear with Ballina, and let's go to Cheyenne. Cheyenne.
This is Cheyenne. I have great copy on you. How copy me? Over.
Yeah, good copy, Jim. Go ahead.
All right. Presently, Cheyenne is at 29 degrees, 56 minutes south, 177 degrees, 40 minutes west. Let's see. Course over ground is averaging about 0 to 5 degrees true, but I'm chasing wind shift, so that's varying a little bit. And I'm in a lull right now, but the wind has filled back in, and I generally had 6 to 7 knots true wind from the east-southeast, and I generally been sailing at about 5.5 to 6.5 knots. But I'm in a lull at the moment. Hopefully it'll fill back in. I actually spent about 24 hours motoring slowly, and almost no wind at all. So I'm happy to have this breeze, and that filled in a couple hours ago, so I've been doing nicely, and let's hope that continues. Not much swell, maybe 1 meter long period from the southwest, and a little bit of swell as well from the southeast that's starting to compete with that. So a little bit of cross-sea, but long period and pretty smooth ride. So all is well.
Yeah, can you just confirm you are 177 west? Because I had you at east, over.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm at 17704 east, over.
I'm tired. Okay, we have Cheyenne at 2956 south, 17704 east, and of course 025 true, doing 5 to 6 knots depending on the wind, which is 6 to 7, bit fluctuating, but currently east-southeast. Well, you're certainly catching up on the boats that left before you, Jim. Over.
Yeah, let's correct the longitude 177 degrees 40 minutes east. How copy?
Yep, got 40 east. Yep. You might be a bit tired, I think, but yes, you're definitely doing rather well there. So, what is your decision on the Minerva stop or otherwise?
Yes, I much appreciate your information last night. I copied that, and it is my intention to stop at Minerva. I've actually been in touch with another net today that said boats coming in that as long as they declared if they had stopped at Minerva, it went okay. So it is my intention to stop there for a week, maybe two. So thank you for that information, and I have 372 nautical miles to South Minerva at this point. Over.
Enjoy it.
Oh yeah, everyone that goes to South Minerva, I've got some pictures sent to me, and it looks quite spectacular. The water. We've only been to North Minerva, so yeah. Well, you're going to give it a good look, so that will be interesting. Okay. Good luck on that one. And yes, we've got. I hope Rubicon can hear us because they were asking about that as well. And last night propagation was not so good, and they are still not very far along because, as they put it, their auto helm popped its clogs. That's a good expression, isn't it? The auto helm popped its clogs, so they're wandering about on the wind vane, and they are still fairly well south at 32.12 and 17701, but they're looking at going to Minerva as well. So it was good to have confirmation from a couple of sources now that that's not a problem when you head to Savu. Okay, we will clear with Jim on Cheyenne and go to, let's see who's next. Lupan, Gulf Harbour. Oh, I'm going to get Jim to help me again. Your radio, I'm not sure if you're on high power, Pele, but if you're not, you need to be, and it is just not getting out too well. Jim, did you copy the boat Lupan over?
Roger that. This is Jim and Cheyenne. I have good copy on both, so I'm happy to relay if needed. Over.
Yeah, I think you will be needed. Pele, go ahead with your full report. Over.
Speed over ground is 7 knots. We are mountain 8 this morning. Course over ground 024 true. And parameter is 1021. All on board, and we are heading for General with the ETA on Friday. Over.
Okay.
I think I copied all that, but can you repeat your latitude minutes? Over.
Latitude is 17701 east.
That's longitude.
Okay, I have longitude of 1770. Latitude, can you repeat latitude?
Latitude.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I just copied your minutes latitude. Okay, I'm ready for a read back. So Lucan is at 3042 south, 17701 east. Course over ground, 024 degrees true. Speed over ground is 7 knots under motor power. Calm wind, our true wind is southeast at 4 knots. calm seas, 50% cloud, and the margin is 1021. Is that all correct? Lupin, over.
This is Jim.
That's true.
This is Jim.
Okay, that's all good copy. Did you copy that, Net Control?
Yes, I did.
We did, Jim. Thank you very much. I had gotten an email from Lupan earlier wanting to give a guesstimate of the weather arriving on Friday the 8th. If you can tell him, relay to him, that best I could reckon, east-northeast 15 to 20. East-northeast 15 to 20. That's Friday the 8th. Over.
Okay, I'll relay that. Lupin, I have some weather information for Friday the 8th, expecting east-northeast at 15 to 20 knots true wind speed. Did you copy that, over? Okay, that's been received and copied. So if nothing more, I'll turn it back to Net Control.
Yep. Thank you, Jim. And yes, I got bits of that, but just as well you repeated it because I wasn't accurate with my bits that I did get. Okay, we'll clear with Lupan, who's going rather well, and go to Y2K, Gulf Harbour.
This is Y2K. I can understand my name, but it's almost impossible to hear you guys. Do you copy me, over?
Roger. Yes, you're still not far enough north. Still not far enough north, Max, but I can copy. Go ahead. Over.
This is Diane for relay. I have both cleanly Y2K. I believe they can copy you, so go ahead with the report, and I'll make notes if they can't get it, over.
Roger. Y2K is at position 3101 south, 17707 east. Pulse of the ground is 024. Speed of the ground is 6.7 knots. We are moderate speed this morning. We have 3 knots of wind. Wind from southeast. Here comes C1, 1 meter long wave from southeast. 1020.8 hectopascal pressure. 21 degrees outside. Thank you.
Yeah, Jim, I got all of that. Thank you. All of that. So it's pretty much the same as Lupan. I'm not sure whether Lupan have got a line between the two of them. 3101 south, 17707 east, course 024 true at 6.7 motoring since this morning. 3 knots of southeast and 1 meter long period swell from the southeast. 1020.8 and 21 degrees. Well, at least it's getting warmer. Okay, thanks for the help there, Jim. So we'll clear with Y2K. They'll be in a better position for me or to hear each other tomorrow going at that speed. And I'll just see if Mimu is on frequency.
Gulf Harbour, this is Mimu. How copy, Alan?
Oh, good copy tonight, Alan. Go ahead.
Roger, good evening. We're at 2744 south, 17840 east. Course is 010, about 8 knots of speed, and the wind is from the east at 15 knots. Over.
Well, that will make some of the boats further south envious. 2744 south, 17840 east, 010 true at 8 knots with an easterly of 15. And all the crew all fit and healthy now, over?
Yeah, we're all fit and healthy and having a wonderful time, over.
Oh, that's good.
A little bit more wind tomorrow.
You'll get a bit more wind tomorrow, so that will give them something to do. Nothing like a bit of fiddling with the sails, is it? All right. Anything else, Alan?
Nothing else. Still on track for Minerva.
I think we've got better to go to North Minerva, over.
Okay, so David will give a bit of information to getting to Minerva. And yeah, it sounds as if there'll be a few people there at Minerva, so that will be nice. Okay, we'll clear with Mimu. I'm not sure that we will get Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, Gulf Harbour. Now, as I mentioned, they are at 3218 and 17705. There's not much wind around there, unfortunately, so they'll be fairly slow, but they are going to, well, the last I heard, unless they've changed their mind, they're going, it doesn't look as if they're going towards New Caledonia, but we'll wait and see and get confirmation on that one. Okay, well, I am going to throw it over. Is there anybody wanting to check into Gulf Harbour before I swap the microphone? Please call now. Oh, George, I forgot about you. You're on my list too. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, no problem. We had a double hookup during the sked, and I've been running around with gas hoping you wouldn't call me. So we thought we made this now. So I'm checking on and 28, 24 out. So 17759 east. Can you copy that?
Yep, I have Cabana at 2824 south, 17759 east. Carry on.
We've been sailing at about on a course of about 20 degrees. Last half hour, close enough to see the rest of the meter, and it's been a very pleasant day. Over.
Okay, could you just repeat your sort of average boat speed, over?
Yeah, well, the average boat speed is about 5 at the moment. It's 10 degrees. Over.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult when it's up and down. Okay, Cabana 2824 south, 17759 east, 020 true at 5 to 6 knot, depending on the wind. It's been east-southeast, a bit tending to east, 9 knots sort of, and less than 1 metre swell. So, yeah, a very pleasant day at sea by the sound of it. All well, I presume, over. Okay, was there anybody else?
Hello, Candy.
Hello, Andrew. Eye Candy. Go ahead.
Can you copy me okay, over?
Yes, I am. Am I not coming through too well tonight, over?
No, it's okay, but just to let you know that Gone with the Wind attempted to check into the Tony nest this morning. I moved into the maritime frequency, but wasn't able to make contact. So I'm hoping you've got recent information and you're all okay, over.
Could you, who was that that you were in contact with? I just realised when you gave me my terrible report, and everyone else has given me a terrible report, that I didn't even have the amplifier on, and God only knows how people managed to copy me, because I've only been putting out 25 watts. That is amazing that people could actually hear me. Sorry about that, folks. Got a bit distracted here, but when I came in and didn't go through the motions of all the different radios. Okay, we are now on full power with the amplifier, and thank you for that, Andrew. Over.
Okay, you're much better now, much better. The people I was talking with this morning successfully was Gone with the Wind, over.
Oh, it was Gone with the Wind. Yes, they're still sort of fairly slow, and well, they're trucking along, not too bad. But yes, I've just given their position as 3218 and 17705, which most people would not have heard, seeing as I didn't have anything other than 25 watts going out. I have to turn the power on the radio down when I'm using the amplifier, because if I just leave it at the 150 with the ICOM, the amplifier doesn't like it. So, oh my goodness, It's a problem with age. David is shaking his head in disgust. Andrew, over.
I can see you now, Ella.
All right. Thank you for that. And, well, Gone with the Wind is all good, so that's excellent. All right, I am going to pass the microphone to David to go through a bit of weather.
We might put a picture of this setup on our website. It looks like there's about 1,000 cables running in here and lights everywhere. It's amazing that she manages to get as much out as she does. This is you got to see this. It's like Christmas. All right. Well, we'll start with a brief forecast for Fiji. A strong wind warning remains in force for all Fiji waters. The situation involves a weak trough affecting the northern parts of the group. There is actually another trough to the south of Fiji, but for some reason, Fiji Bet doesn't want to talk about it. But anyhow, due to it and the high pressure to the south, we've got a fresh to strong southeast wind flow that's going to prevail. So expect 20 to 25 knots for the next few days, and this is for all Fiji waters. And remember, all the wind shadows that you have in these large islands. So when I give winds of this velocity, if you're in a spot where there's a hill, you'll get nothing. Shifting to yachts en route to Newcastle, you'll meet an active trough that runs from the Coral Sea eastward. Let's see, if you draw a point, let's pick 15 south, 15 south, and 150 east. Then another one at 30 south, 30 south, and 170 east. Connect the dots. That's your trough. So winds tomorrow, I'm looking at Norfolk Island at the moment, 20 to 25 knots out of the northeast. And for Tuesday, northeast, 20 to 25 knots, and higher in squalls due to the fairly active trough. So those of you that are trying to make Newcastle, it's a bit sporty. Now, for yachts on Rumline to Fiji, at the moment, if you're around 30 south, and you guys are messing me up because a whole bunch of you are around 28 something, and some of you are around 31, 32, but let's say you're at 30. Tomorrow, expect easterlies 15 to 20 knots as you head north. Now, for Tuesday, if you're at, say, around 27, 30, still on Rumline, expect east-northeast 15 to 20. So that's pretty good. We're getting some nice breeze to move you along. Wednesday, 25 south, looks a little lighter, about 10 to 15 knots east-northeast. And for boats nearing Kundavoo on Friday, I mentioned this already, Friday the 8th, I see east-northeast about 15 to 20. So if all of this is reasonably accurate, then all of you en route yachts who are not going to Minerva may consider putting in a wee bit of easting. You may have a little bit less of a beat as you close with Fiji as you head north. So looks like so far a pretty good passage. Very, very nasty low coming toward New Zealand by the weekend before that. Not going to bother you, so you won't have to worry about it. Fortunately, you left at a pretty good time. So not a bad passage from what I could see at this point. So if you have any questions, come now or drop us an email, and we'll try to get back to you. So we'll keep watching this and update tomorrow. That's it. Here's the boss. Have you got all your knobs turned right? Yeah, okay.
I think I've popped my clogs, as Rubicon described his autopilot. Okay, folks, is there anybody with anything? And I will repeat that information that we've now got from several sources, that if you're checking into Fiji and have stopped at Minerva, it is not a problem. So that's good news for everybody. And other than that, I don't know that there is, it's all so peaceful out there. There's not any problems to talk about. I did have a chuckle when I read the paper this morning, and this is for Y2K, who will be going home to Italy at the end of the year. You now have to pay a charge to get into Venice. It's become the first city in the world to introduce a booking system whereby tourists have to pay, and in peak times it's €10 each to enter Venice. And this ticketing initiative was announced yesterday, and evidently it's will try and help the control of tourists, which are becoming quite difficult to work with. Okay, is there anybody with anything? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Apologies sincerely for not turning the amplifier on before, but you know, as David said, there is a lot of things to sort out here, and I got a little bit distracted at the start of just when I was going through my sequence of switching things on. So I will have to pay attention to make sure that every instrument has lights on.
And you would never know. We both are pilots, and you would think that with all the experience that Trish has had, that she would have this handled. But I'll tell you what, I think she's woken up to this now. You know, she comes in 15 minutes early into the ham shack to get all this set up. I think you fall asleep.
No, actually, I look at the computer and I find, oh, there's emails, and that one was from Rubicon, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I did get distracted. Have a good night, everybody. It sounds rather pleasant out there, and you will get a little bit more wind tomorrow, so that will increase the speed and give you more to do. Cheers, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio Clear until we come back tomorrow evening, 0515 UTC. Bye.
This is going to be fun.